Hello. All right, so we're going to continue on with our conversation about sleep. This is a series in 4 episodes. This is episode 2. Our first episode spoke a lot more about how our physical bodies respond to our environment and how much of an impact our environment has on our sleeping. Now, important to understand, so make sure that you check that out. You need to consider how you're going to correct any imbalances in your physical environment so that you can have a better sleep. Very important. Okay, so today we're going to talk about some supplements that help with our sleeping cycle and also calming down our nervous system. All right, so the first supplement I'm going to talk to you about is melatonin. Now, melatonin is a hormone, and it's one of the few things I recommend that's synthesized. Naturally sourced melatonin would actually be dangerous, and it's not even really approved in Canada on the market, mostly because the hormone would have to be extracted from the brain tissue of animals, and it's very, very difficult. In fact, probably impossible to make the product clean. You can get viruses or bacteria that cross over into the supplement that's from the host material, and that can be very dangerous for your health. So please don't buy anything that claims that it's sourced from natural tissue. You need to actually find something that's synthesized. So melatonin is important. It's what our brain produces and starts telling us to go to sleep. It has lots of other jobs, but for the purposes of this video, it's a very important component to sleep. Now, if you're going to take a melatonin supplement, you normally want to take it about 30 to 60 minutes before you're ready to go to sleep. Melatonin has a lifespan of about 5 hours in our body. Now, the hormone starts being produced as soon as your body is exposed to darkness. So you'll gradually produce melatonin, and it'll gradually start to escalate, getting you into a sleeping pattern and then getting into a nice deep sleep. Okay, and then it gradually dwindles at the end of the night as we go into morning, so that we can have a nice gradual awakening as well. So there are a few ways to take melatonin supplements. So the Sisu company is a Canadian company, and they make sublingual melatonin supplements. So sublingual meaning that you're going to allow the tablet to dissolve under your tongue. So sublinguals tend to give you a very quick response. So this is the kind of supplement I would suggest to someone who's having trouble falling asleep, because it's going to get into your system fairly quickly. Now, they usually they carry between 5 to 10 milligrams. They even have a product in drops that's about 10 milligrams per dose. Start low and graduate, because if you take too much, it can be overwhelming, and some people can have weird dreams, or they may even feel groggy when they wake up in the morning. Now, the Sisu company does the sublinguals, and so the quick release. Innovite produces a melatonin that is slow release. It's 3 milligrams and it's timed release. So it's gradually released over about 6 to 8 hours. Now, this is beneficial for people who are not only having trouble falling asleep, but are having trouble staying asleep. So you keep waking up during the night. So a slow release melatonin is going to mimic more closely how your brain would naturally produce melatonin over the evening into the morning. So that's something you may want to consider if that's your issue, not just the falling asleep, but the staying asleep part. Keep in mind that melatonin is safe to use for as long as you want. If you have corrected the disrupted sleeping pattern, you can come off of it. You don't need to be weaned off of it. There's no side effect from just simply stopping the remedy. A lot of people take it to prevent jet lag, so to kind of adjust their body more quickly to the new time zone. People who work shift work take it also, again, because they're kind of working against the lightness and darkness, so their brains may not be producing enough melatonin when it's time for them to go to sleep in the middle of the day. All right, so magnesium. Magnesium is a relaxant. It does many things, but one of the more important things we need to consider is that it can relax muscles and nerves. So that's important because we want to calm down our bodies and physically relax our muscles or nerves. Now, you can get melatonin in a number of different formats. Salushaus, a German company, they make magnesium in a solution. It is really well absorbed. It's fermented into solution, and you essentially take anywhere from 5 to 10 mils once or twice a day. And again, it's a very fast-acting ingredient. Because it's in a solution, your stomach doesn't have to solubilize it, so you're going to get a very quick response from it, and it's very easy on your stomach. Also now in capsule form, there's something called magnesium glycinate, and the Canprev company makes magnesium glycinate in a number of different doses, anywhere from 80 to 200 milligrams in capsules. Now the benefit of magnesium glycinate is that it is really well absorbed, and in fact for people who have digestive complaints, it should be your magnesium of choice, because even if you have really inflamed digestive system, the magnesium is very well absorbed without any assistance. It has the highest absorption rate of most magnesiums on the market. Now the glycine, the amino acid that the magnesium is bound to, is also calming to the brain. So you're having this calming effect on your brain, and then you're also benefiting from the relaxation and calming of muscles and nerves with the magnesium. Now keep in mind with magnesium, depending on how low your magnesium levels are, and a lot of North Americans and people across the world who eat a North American diet are very deficient in magnesium because we eat a lot of processed foods. So taking magnesium needs to be a consistent thing. It's not a one-off. Anywhere from 1 to 6 months in order to get your magnesium levels back up to normal. So depending on how low you are, it may take a while for you to see some changes in the muscle cramping or spasming or tension. Right, so keep at it, and it's safe to use consistently. Foods that are rich in magnesium would be things like beans and lentils, unrefined grains, so we eat a lot of refined grains, so we lose that magnesium. Dark green leafy vegetables, people, so gotta get back on those salads. So there's lots of other sources of magnesium. You can Google it. There's lots of food sources of magnesium. The supplements will just get you there faster because the absorption rates are much higher. All right. So the last thing we'll talk about is herbal teas that have a calming effect. Now there is a herbal called valerian, which is very well known as a herbal sedative. It does make you feel drowsy. It's very relaxing. Now the only downside to valerian is it's very stinky. It smells like very well used sweat socks, so keep that in mind. In the raw herb tea or in the capsules, it does have a strong smell to it. It hasn't gone bad, that's just how it smells. The Flora company makes a valerian supplement in capsules. They also make a really fantastic herbal tea called Sleep Essence, and actually what they do is they brew the tea for you. They brew them in these distillation tanks, so it's quite concentrated because it catches all the evaporation. And then they bottle it. It has some fruit extracts in it as well, so it's quite tasty. And you take 4 tablespoons of the tea extract and you add it to a cup of hot water, and then you would drink it before you're going to sleep. Now their product does not have valerian in it, because in some cases people can actually have the opposite effect. Some people find that valerian makes them feel more stimulated rather than relaxed. So they offer the valerian in capsules, but they have the Sleep Essence tea as an alternative without the valerian. It's got lavender in it, there's some chamomile, there's some linden. Please keep in mind also with chamomile, if you have ragweed allergies, it is in the family. So some people may have a response to chamomile, but it would be a milder response. So, you have some options there. All right, so I hope this was helpful. Good luck. Make sure that you take these supplements consistently, because things like magnesium and melatonin take time to work, so you've got to hang in there. It's not like that sleeping drug from the medical doctors, but they will help you to get into a healthier sleeping pattern. Thanks so much for listening. Please consider clicking the like button, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll know when I post new videos. Have a wonderful day, have a good evening, and sleep well. Thank you.